They just dropped the Black Ops 7 Zombies gameplay reveal trailers. We're gonna go ahead and watch it together. I won't lie, I have seen bits and pieces of this on social media, but I haven't had the chance to sit down and just really take it all in. So we're just gonna focus.
Y'all are confused.
The aesthetic already looks insane.
So was I.
Just from the marketing and everything that I'm seeing already, it looks a lot darker, like we would have seen back in like Black Ops 2, for example. Love that. Atmosphere is everything, man. Mob of the Dead. Speaks for itself. I like that they're bringing back the idea of like a big bad, sort of like the Shadow Man. 10. Got the AC/DC in the background.
Together again. Burn rubber.
There's a lot of zombies memorabilia on that car. I love that too. Man, the vibes just look so good on this map, man. Like this looks like just unapologetic zombies to me. You know what I mean? Like it just has the vibes. It's just like we know we're crazy and this is it. This is God Zombies, baby.
Like mowing the Lord of Flesh.
Got the transit diner. I did see this already. Freaking awesome. I've always been outspoken to the fact that I love transit. I love the locations in the map. I'm excited to see them come back. Ascension. I did see this too. I won't lie. I did see a lot of this already, but it's still just freaking amazing nonetheless. Then a new perk, Wisp T. I'm not really sure what that does yet, but. And then, is that a new wonder weapon or something? Like, it looks insane. It reminds me of the hands from Ancient Evil.
Time to roll out.
That escalated quickly.
Oh my gosh, man. That looks absolutely insane.
Survival in the beta.
And this is huge. This is another thing I had already heard about, but man, being able to play zombies in the beta, that is freaking massive, man. Even if it's just survival, like that's still huge. That bear is terrifying. That bear is, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, oh, what the heck was that thing's name? The thing from Black Ops 3 Zombies and Zetsubo no Shima. I forget what the thing's name was off the top of my head, but you know, the boss zombie in that map. That's what that reminds me of. But all around, man, this looks absolutely amazing. Like I said, unfortunately, I already saw a lot of this on social media, but this is even still nonetheless, like this looks absolutely amazing. And I am so excited to not only try it in the beta, but also try the full map Ashes of the Damned on November 14th when the game releases. Like, this just looks incredible. One thing I love about this game so far is they're not just making zombies, right? Like, it's not just like, okay, here's cool locations with zombies inside of it. They're really, like, capturing that atmosphere, because there was a lot of great atmospheric maps in Black Ops 6 as well, right? Like Citadel, Demore. Honestly, I feel like every map in Black Ops 6, come to think of it, barring maybe Liberty Falls. You know, Liberty Falls still had an atmosphere to a certain extent, but it was much more about just like, all right, hop in, grind your camos, just kind of play zombies for fun. But like Terminus, Tomb, Citadel, Shattered Veil, Reckoning, like they all had some pretty great atmospheres, especially like Citadel and Terminus. And again, the fact that we're going to be able to play one of the zombie survival maps in the beta, which means that everybody's going to be able to play, like, you know, even with, you know, through the open beta and everything like that, is absolutely massive. But we got a lot of other stuff too that I really want to dive into. So we got the intel drop, which again, I've heard about some of these things, but didn't really get the chance to take it all in. So we're gonna,
without a doubt, this is one of the most ambitious zombies maps we've ever made.
We're doing a ton of dope and we're just getting started.
She said a not YouTube friendly wood. It's not allowed on my Quits in Minecraft server.
Ashes of the Damned is huge.
It is the darkest and creepiest map we've made, and it's just terrifying and surreal, and it's a nightmare.
That's a gutsy statement to make. Darkest and most atmospheric.
Come in, you are in a crashed Janus Towers that has fallen into the dark ether.
You come out of the rubble and you see this vast landscape with all of these unique locations connected by roads that are really deadly, and zombies are spawning much higher rates, and you need Old Tessie to get from destination to destination.
We're introducing Tessie, the new 5th member of your squad.
You find this broken down, incredible looking vehicle. You really want to drive it, but it's not working.
You'll have to go in and find Ted, the first upgrade to the vehicle.
Once you get Ted and Ted is installed in the truck, he brings Tessie to life.
Old Tessie and Ted, together again.
And once you get to Ashwood, we need the Pack-a-Punch to get stronger to survive. So you take the jet engine and install it in the back of Tessie. And so now you have a mobile Pack-a-Punch machine, but you also have a boost functionality.
The
Oh,
third
that's
upgrade
sick.
is the Abomination Carcass. When this is added to the vehicle, its durability against zombies is increased. And the coolest thing that the Abomination heads can do is the laser attack.
So, durability. Does that mean that the truck
Pretty
breaks
amazing.
down?
It's pretty gross. And then the final upgrade is adding that DG2 turret to the roof.
This is the first Wonder vehicle that we have where every member of the squad can participate. There's a driver, there's a turret seat, and then for the 2 other players, there are things in the world that you want to be protecting the vehicle from.
Zombie bear. I take it the orange is the weak
Our
spots.
new elite enemy.
The Zursa. This thing is this giant zombie undead bear. We had to have something that is equal to the vehicle to feel intense, to fight, and scary.
That is
It also
insane.
is covered in beehives that shoot bees at you.
We call them zombies.
Zombies.
We are also introducing our new enemy type. The Ravager is a twisted humanoid being.
It really has a dual role, either attacking you or sometimes they'll prioritize stealing your stuff.
It jumps on your car, it rips it apart.
We wanted to make this thing have that danger to it, that shrieky element to the vocalizations and to the whole sound design that,
Nice
yes,
keyword.
this thing is small, but this thing will mess you up.
That thing sounds terrifying.
Wisp T is a brand new perk coming to Black Ops 7.
It's a Swiss that will attack the closest zombie to you.
And depending on how you
Okay.
augment it, can revive you.
Ooh,
it can
Elo
heal
Sight's
you,
coming back.
It can do additional
BO3.
damage and shoot other zombies. Fireworks is the ammo mod that we're
Oh
gonna
my-
be bringing.
Yes!
You shoot a zombie, it spawns
Dude,
a bunch
we
of
haven't had
fireworks.
fireworks
and
since,
they
like,
spiral
BO4 or
out and
something.
take out
Yeah, I think
other
it was
zombies in the
BO4.
area.
We wanted to make sure that BO7
awesome.
is an interesting and a dynamic experience for both new and unfamiliar players and seasoned hardcore players.
We have survival maps for casual players. We have directed mode for our beginner players. We have curse mode for the hardcore players.
Curse mode
yeah, I
is
heard a little
really
bit about
about
this.
focusing on our most engaged players and giving them additional challenges. The idea is that once you finish a main quest on a map, we unlock these things that we call relics. And so you're choosing how you want to make the mode harder, but by making the mode harder, you're also going to be opening up a lot of new content. We're actually going to increase your power levels. There's also some Easter eggs that are only going to be discoverable when you're engaged in curse mode. We're not holding back this year. I don't think players are going to be ready for what they're about to experience.
I think is the most atmospheric and dark map we've had.
The vibe of Ashes of the Damned is absolutely insane, and we're just getting started.
The fact that they're gonna have Easter eggs exclusive to curse mode is, you know, I never say this unironically, but I'm gonna say it, a massive W. Look at that. I'm on my own recommended. Anyway, no, dude, seriously, that isn't like that. Okay, so here's the thing. I heard a little bit about curse mode, and oh my gosh, there's a lot to go through here. I don't even know. Okay, see there. Oh wait. Dead Ops Arcade. Maybe we can look at some of this. Oh wait. Here, actually, let's look at this first. Black Ops 6 content available in Black Ops 7 Zombies on November 14th. Accept the following content you've acquired or unlocked from Black Ops 6 to be acceptable. To be accessible in Black Ops 7 Zombies: all double XP tokens, all gobblegums, all augments, the Black Ops 6 Zombies dedicated crew, along with any operator skins earned from awards, and the Prestige level 1000. Okay, expect the following content. Okay, so yeah, that'll be accessible there. Because I'm still not sure, right? Originally, like, everything was supposed to carry forward into Black Ops 7, and now there's only something, so yeah, I guess those are the things that we'll be carrying forward. But anyway, yeah, you know, with the curse mode, I heard about it, and I was just a little worried, like, oh man, is this just gonna be like some experiment that they kind of just like dip out on? Because you know, obviously, I've been playing Call of Duty since Finest Hour on the PS2, right? I love Call of Duty so much. It's like one of the things, it's genuinely one of the things that keeps me going in life. Like, I genuinely love this series that much. And, you know, like, Black Ops 2 is still my favorite COD. You know, I love all the Call of Duties. You know, I know there's a lot of, like, naysayers in the community that just, you know, hate for clicks and views and shit like that. And, honestly, I can't stand that shit. I feel like it's pretty fake and pretty inauthentic. Like, it's cool to, like, point out some, like, you know, some things you wish could be changed or improved or just whatever in some way, or just your thoughts or feelings on some things. But, you know, there's just all these, like, hate campaigns and shit online that I can't stand. And I deal with it in my own comment sections. Really, I just kind of laugh at the people that do that shit, because I just, you know, I just see it for what it is. They're all stupid. But, Anyway, that being said, even as somebody that genuinely really enjoys modern COD, there is a part of me that's always kind of been like, man, there's still just something about those like classic zombies games where I feel like it'd be cool if they could at least do an experiment of some kind to see how it would go down with the community nowadays. And it's really cool that they're doing that with Curse Mode, but also putting a spin on it. So then we still have Modern Zombies, which honestly, again, another hot take on my end, I really enjoy Modern Zombies, Cold War, Black Ops 6, like MWZ, Vanguard, etc. Like I really enjoy the gameplay in those games. I know Vanguard was controversial, but if we're looking at like the Shi No Numa remake, for example, like that's what I'm talking about. Like I really enjoy the gameplay in that game, the way it felt. I love Modern Zombies, right? There's something to be said about both Modern Zombies and Classic Zombies. Like I feel like Modern Zombies does the boss fights better, if anything. Like I feel like they have better boss fights. I feel like the Easter eggs are a lot easier for most people to just kind of get through. Like there's just some things like that where I'm not saying one is necessarily better than the other. They're just different. It's just on a gameplay front. Those are just, my views on certain things. That being said, I'm really glad that they're bringing back Classic Zombies in some way with Curse Mode. And not only that, but they're also bringing back some other classics, right? We got Dead Ops Arcade 4, which, Dead Ops Arcade has always been one of those things that happens every other Call of Duty, so it makes sense that we're getting it here in Black Ops 7. Dead Ops Arcade, and then, just kind of goes through it. And they're innovating on this in various ways. We'll get more to that then. Yeah, look at that. They got, like, the Jet Gun Wonder Weapon and stuff like that. A bunch of different, like, mini games and Easter eggs you can do. You can also go down into first person, which is actually pretty cool because they had that back in, I think they had that in Cold War as well, but I know that started in Black Ops 3. But yeah, I don't know, just looking through this, I don't know if there's a whole lot here in the blog post that wasn't already in one of those videos. Like there's a lot of stuff about the story. Okay, actually, no, let's read up on here real quick. Black Ops 7 Zombies modes. Okay, so we have Standard. Play the new round-based map, Ashes of the Dam, continuing the fight against the undead within the Dark Aether and searching for clues to the truth of what lies ahead. Recommended for experienced players. This will include access to main quests and side quest content, will be available at launch on November 14th. Opt for a stream. Okay, this is for directed mode. Opt for a streamline playthrough of the Zombies map where clear objectives and guided progression keep you locked in the main quest. Expect directed to launch after Standard in a similar cadence to Black Ops 6. So this will probably come out start of Season 1. Survival maps are coming to Zombies for the first time since Black Ops 2, which is something I've been asking for a very, very long time. I've said before how Black Ops Cold War is one of the most replayable Zombies games in a long time, since probably Black Ops 3 because of, like, custom zombies and also just how many maps that game had. But Cold War was very replayable just because it had a variety of maps. Were the maps unique content? No. But I'm talking specifically about Onslaught and Onslaught Containment. You had a lot of maps that you could play zombies on, and even though, yes, it was literally just multiplayer maps with a bunch of zombie spawns thrown on it, it worked. You literally had dozens of different maps and experiences you could have in that game. Again, they weren't dedicated maps, but at the end of the day, that small change in scenery is enough to keep things interesting. So I'm really glad that even if they aren't going all in with like Onslaught again, which I really wish they would do, because I feel like it would be awesome to see Onslaught, even like Onslaught Containment. Really, Onslaught Containment. Onslaught Normal was fine, but I really want like Containment back, because I was just like, real, like, it basically felt like Classic Zombies, man. You spawn in, you grab gun, you shoot, and that's it. But, like, since we have Black Ops 2 maps coming back in this game, man, seeing, that on, like, Raid, which, again, I know we had Onslaught and Raid, but I'm talking more of, like, an Onslaught Containment type thing, like on Raid, Express, Hijacked, etc. That'd be awesome. And then, but, even still having the survival maps come back where they take these massive maps, break them down into smaller bits. I'll just kind of go ahead and read through this, actually. Survival maps are coming back to Black Ops, or coming back to Zombies for the first time since Black Ops 2, delivering a focused, unfiltered experience based on a small part of Ashes of the Damned at launch. There are no quests other than you and your squad surviving against the relentless undead for as long as you can. Now, I'm already assuming that survival maps are going to be, like, the best way to grind camos, so I'm pretty sure the first map is going to be the farm map. I heard inklings that maybe there's going to be other survival maps coming down the line from Ashes of the Dam, but we'll see about that, like maybe a diner or something like that. But at the very least, we're going to have farm at launch from what I've been hearing, and yeah, it's probably going to be the optimal way to grind camos. But also, man, if you're just trying to get people into zombies, that's like the best way to do it. Just throw them into a survival map, because as much as I love, again, like Cold War zombies or Black Ops 6 zombies, I feel like there's still a bit of a barrier to entry for some people. Like, for example, anytime that I try to play zombies with my mom in Black Ops 6, and keep in mind, she's like a level 400 prestige master over in multiplayer. She's really good at the game. But when she played zombies back in the day, it was with me and my younger brother on a survival map like Town or Farm or Bus Depot on Black Ops 2 zombies. So now getting into modern zombies where, there's like more mechanics at play beyond just shooting zombies, trying to understand the salvage system and understand like the pack-a-punch system. Yes, there's a tutorial in the game, but still it's very nice just having a very Strip-back survival type experience where it's like, okay, you can drop in, and whether you're just playing to warm up, playing to learn, teaching somebody else, or just whatever it is, you just have that more Strip-back experience that takes it back to classic zombies. Then when you compound the curse mode, which we'll talk about here in a second on top of that, it just opens up the experience a lot more, so then you have like multiple ways to play the game, and I really love that. Just genuinely, I've been asking for survival maps to come back for a long time, and I'm glad that they're finally here. But anyway, Cursed, take on a new experience featuring some legacy mechanics with numerous side quests to unearth increasingly potent and cursed relics. Activate these relics to face harder challenges in exchange for new levels of power, replayability, and rewards. So I don't really know what I could even compare this to. Maybe you could compare it to like a roguelike of some kind, where it's like, oh, you got these like different modifiers, therefore you get different things or whatever, but like, still, nonetheless, again, I'm very, very glad that they're doing this, and I hope this is a thing where they continue to support it throughout the season. I know they said in the video that, they're going all out with Black Ops 7 Zombies, and, they're committing to this mode and stuff like that, but I just want to make sure it's not going to be one of those things where, like, nobody plays it at launch and then it doesn't get supported, which, again, that would make sense, right? Like, if nobody's playing it, of course they wouldn't support it, so I'm just really hoping that the community appreciates it in the way that this deserves to be appreciated, because I feel like there's going to be some people that don't understand just how massive this is. We haven't had a classic zombies type game since Black Ops 3. Black Ops 4, I guess, yes, you could say that, but Black Ops 4 really was the beginning of the change because, a lot of people point their fingers at Cold War and say, oh, well, that was the reboot, that's when a lot of things changed, but man, I would go back to Black Ops 4. I mean, look at that. That's when the point system changed, the perk system changed, and just due to the amount of backlash that Black Ops 4 got, is it really a surprise that they rebooted things in Black Ops Cold War? I mean, think about it. They ended the original Ether storyline. It was so mixed in the community. Half the game people hated, right? People always dunked on Blood of the Dead and, Alpha Omega and all that. And, the fact that, like, the last 2 maps in that game's life cycle were literally just remakes, which obviously that was less the fault of Treyarch and more just the developmental mayhem behind the scenes. If you know, you know. It was literal hell for, the team to actually get Black Ops 4 Zombies finished. But that being said, still, the reception of Black Ops 4 just wasn't that great overall, and then when you factor in the amount of changes that it made, like, of course, of course they were going to reboot it there in Cold War. So I feel like people should really, at least try to remember history a bit more accurately as to why these things actually happen. But anyway, getting back on track here. So we haven't really had, like, a classic zombies game in 10 years since 2015, or at least something that feels classic enough. People's definition of classic can vary. But nonetheless, I'm very excited to see how this plays, how it plays in the modern engine, and now that they're making a lot of changes, whether that be to the movement, removing tac sprint, which this is another thing I've actually been experimenting with lately. I went into Black Ops 6 and put on Slipstream on all my classes and have been trying to play with that for the last day, and honestly, man, I don't know why I didn't start using that perk sooner. Honestly, Black Ops 6 feels a lot better when you don't use tac sprint and you just use Slipstream, and that's basically how Black Ops 7 is going to feel at like default speed. So yeah, I can already tell you firsthand that Black Ops 7 is going to feel amazing just off of the back of that. It's going to work a lot better with Omni movement. I feel like Zombies is going to feel a lot more cohesive that way too. It's just going to feel a lot smoother to play overall because you don't have the abrupt starts and stops with tac sprint. It's just one smooth, fluent experience with Omni movement. So yeah, overall, I'm really excited for Black Ops 7 Zombies. There's literally nothing bad that I'm seeing here. The only thing that I can point at and say that I'm concerned about is the way that they're going to be handling, oh, okay, yeah, right here. The first map coming out, launch is a, farm. So yeah, that is the one that we'll be getting right there. But anyway, yeah, they just go on to talk about loaded stuff like that. But yeah, the only thing that I'm really actually concerned about right now would be how they're going to handle Curse mode as well as how they're going to handle survival maps. I don't necessarily want this to, like, how do I say this? I'm trying to say this without sounding as, like, pessimistic as possible. So I think that as long as they treat Black Ops 7 Zombies well and they give us a full 4 DLC season, then I think we'll all be good, right? We get a map at launch, a massive map at launch. We get 4 maps throughout the seasons, and that'll be good. I just don't want this to be a situation like Vanguard Zombies where somehow, like, we end up with, like, 3 DLC maps. The one map is literally DLC 1, but with a different skybox, and then they just pad out the rest of the season with survival maps to give us supplemental content. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just talking, like, worst case scenarios of what we saw in the past with Vanguard Zombies when that game had, like, no support, and they literally sold the same map to us twice with a different skybox. So, I'm not saying that's gonna happen. And I'm not, I'm not throwing shade at Treyarch like that. I'm just saying, I've seen what can happen in the past. So I'm just saying, I just hope that doesn't happen. But it's obviously not going to. So as long as we get a full 4 DLC season, and they give us, like, the survival maps in between, like, hey, here's another survival map, like, maybe every mid-season. I feel like that'd be a good cadence, right? Like, maybe every season or season and a half, probably more like season and a half. That's typically how they do it. Every season and a half, we get a new map, and then in between those, they drop survival maps or something, or a new mode, like Grief, like they did last year. I think that would be the perfect balance to keep things going and just avoid dead space. Like, yes, there would still be times where there wouldn't be a new map coming out and people would be like, oh, it's just a survival map, whatever. But still, for somebody like me, that'll be enough to be like, okay, you know what? It's still content to play. That's what tied me over. And especially if they can divide up in the menus, like here's your main maps, here's your survival maps, and just keep things nice and clean and just, you know, help the game feel like an even more complete package. I feel like we're in good hands, right? This is Treyarch we're talking about, and regardless of your feelings on things, regardless of the hate bandwagoning online, regardless of all the, you know, just nonsensical negativity that we see all the time, man, right? This is one of those things where people are so judgmental of games that they've never even played before. People have been dunking on Black Ops 7, and nobody has played the damn game yet. You know what I mean? Like, people online really are just stupid nowadays. Like, I'm sorry to say it that way, but if you're one of the people that have been hating on Black Ops 7, I'm sorry, but you're probably stupid. And, you know, I don't say that hyperbolically or dramatically. I just mean it seriously. Like, how can you hate on something they've never had before? You know, it's kind of like hating on a chicken nugget if you've never eaten a chicken nugget before. Like, for all you know, it could be a Chick-fil-A chicken nugget and then you're set, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I really feel like the non-stop hate and negativity just really needs to stop. I feel like it's just part of the whole chronically online brain rotted type thing, right? Where people just kind of hop on whatever trend is popular, whatever the popular opinion is, and they can't really think for themselves. And it's kind of sad, but again, that's just kind of where humanity's at the moment. Conversation for a different day, but nonetheless, you know, we'll be able to play this for ourselves in about a week's time. Exactly a week's time from the time we're recording this. We have COD next in about 5 days. So, you know, we'll see what else they have to reveal. We'll see what else they have to show us. I feel like they've already shown us a lot. I'm really just ready to play the game at this point, which thankfully we can in about a week. And then, yeah, nonetheless, man, I really do think we're in good hands, man. Like, look at Black Ops Cold War, look at Black Ops 6. Regardless of your feelings, regardless of what the popular opinions are online, they took care of us. We had 6 maps in Black Ops 6. We had, like, it was like 4 maps in Cold War, but then we had Outbreak and all the Onslaught support. Treyarch knows what they're doing. They always deliver amazing games, and I mean, that's really all I have to say, man. I'm just excited for Black Ops 7. I'm just excited to play it. That's all I gotta say. Also, just one tiny thing I want to kind of throw in here at the end is if you would like to play Black Ops 7 with me or just keep up with the content for Black Ops 7, please do feel free to join the Discord server. I leave it linked in the description of literally every single video. I would love to have you guys there because not only am I looking to incorporate you guys into the content more with like live streams and stuff like that and playing with you guys on stream, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to get in on the Discord server so you know when that's actually happening, but also just like incorporating like game nights over there in the Discord server where I just kind of, you know, just talk with y'all one-on-one, play games with y'all from, you know, time to time in there. So, you know, if you want to get in on that, definitely join the Discord server. Again, link in the description of every single video. You got to scroll down there. It's somewhere down there. For your convenience, I might start putting it at the top of the description since I'm trying to push it a bit more lately. But, you know, it's free to join. We have a very welcoming community over there. Have over 100 members. As I always say, it's like the one welcoming, safe, cozy corner of the internet. Like, everybody's welcome. Everybody's safe there. So, yeah, please do feel free to join. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out to the patrons and channel members to get all the way in the low ball tier, and an even bigger shout out to the ball to my last king and be Danimani and the big shout out to the much so much. Thank you guys so much for Little Legends. I love you. Good on you, Doki, arigatou gozaimasu. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all.